What's up guys, it's Smith here from GamersHeroes.com, and today we've got another Assassin's Creed Valhalla Dawn of Ragnarok video for you. We are going to go over where to find all of the new powers via the Books of Knowledge and how to complete all of the light puzzles in each of the areas. Let's get to it. Okay, so first up we have the Split Shot book number 1. Doesn't matter which order you get these in. The first one will unlock the ability, the second one will upgrade it, same as the base game and the other expansions. You can find it here on the map. This one's pretty straightforward. It's inside the giant cave. It's not hard to find once you get there. You move this initial beam up to the angle to get that beam. That will bounce a bunch of beams off and go through the bookcase. That opens a door at the other side of the bookcase. Leave the room, run around to the outside, drop down at the end, and you'll see an ice shelfy bit on the right. Part of the ice panel can be shot and broken. Sneak through. Then simply follow the path through to the end to claim the Book of Knowledge, which is the Split Shot number 1. And there you go, first ability unlocked. Okay, next up we are going for Split Shot Book of Knowledge number 2. Find it at this location on the map. This one was probably one of the more challenging ones, but it's actually pretty easy. Move this beam to hit that first orb in front of you, and then drop down. Now when you come, this beam will be heading this direction, so you have to shoot this a couple times to turn it round so it aims towards the broken orb across the lava pool. For you, that orb will be broken. For me, I've already done it. Then what you need to do is you need to get the Jotunheim ability, which is the one that allows you to fire arrows to teleport. If you don't have all the abilities yet, we do have a video guide on the channel, so be sure to check the channel page out. Or you can learn it right here. That will work too. You can use this statue here to refill your hue if you've run out. And all you have to do is climb this small rock face and sit on the small wooden pillar that sticks out. Use the Jotunheim ability. If you see through the sort of window in front of you, through the bars, you can just about see the teleportation device. So turn on your Jotunheim ability, teleport through. Now, as I said, I've already done this, so it's done for me. You have to blow up the door to unbar it, hit the door, and there'll be an orb on the floor. You pick the orb up. You walk out the building, drop down with it, so you'll be carrying the orb the whole time here, and then you go and put it in the pedestal that was previously missing an orb. Once that pedestal is in place, you simply move the laser because it's not targeting the door by default. So target the door, head inside, and that's how you claim your next Book of Power. Next up, we have the first Explosive Retreat book. Now, this is a story location, so you may have to progress with the story to get here. It's not very far in. But if you arrive and you can't do nothing with it, that's why. There are 2 orbs here. One is active during the day and one is active during the night. The one in the day, you open the door for story progress. The one at night is how you get the Book of Knowledge. So all you have to do, if you want to get this one, is to come to this location and make sure it's nighttime. If it's not nighttime, you can hold down on the directional pad and then select Meditate, and that will switch to the next cycle. So if it's currently day, it makes it night. If it's currently night, it makes it day. And all you have to do is simply use your Mordenheim ability, so you can stand on the lava, turn the orb so it's targeting the orb above the door. That will then open the door, run inside, and claim your next Book of Power. This next one is so easy it's barely a puzzle. This is for Explosive Retreat number 2. You can find it all the way down here on the map. This one's very simple. When you first arrive, there is a orb sitting on top of a crate here. Break the crate so the orb falls on the floor. Pick up the orb, put it in this pedestal, come to the back, use this to direct the light through. It bounces off everything, and you just turn the one around at the end to go to the door, head inside, and you get your book. Okay, this next one is for Knockback Arrow number 1. You can find it here on the location. You need to head into the main town and then go through sort of the cliffside entrance. It's huge, you can't miss it. Once you are inside, you will see we're sort of directly opposite the entrance. Run through and you'll see this beam from quite a distance. You firstly need to make sure that the beam is targeting the orb above the door. Walk inside, and you will see the other ones there. So you want to go inside, go outside, pick up the orb that's on the fire here. Put the orb on top of this pedestal, and then go back out. Aim the first pedestal through the door to the one that's inside that you've just repaired, and then climb through the gap above the door so you can access the interior. I hate climbing through windows on this game. It's so finicky. And all you have to do is aim it at the door to open it and then go inside and claim your book. Okay, next up we have knockback arrow number 2. You can find that here on the map. It's a very easy location to get to. This is probably one of the more complicated ones. It's a very large house. There's sort of 2 separate puzzles here. One is for the armor piece and one is for the Book of Power. So go to the rear of the building, climb up into this first window. Again, getting in windows is far too difficult. Now this will be broken for you, so you want to look up to the ceiling and shoot that panel out. And then turn this one to face the door behind you. Inside this door, on the floor in the corner, you will find the glass orb. You need to repair the one downstairs. So pick up the orb, drop down below, put it in this one to repair it. Head back up. Turn this orb to face the outside orb. Now this is the bit where it goes in 2 different directions. The orb here will knock it down to 1 that you can move with an arrow. Originally it's pointing towards the door for the armor piece, so if you want the Book of Knowledge, shoot that so it's facing this way and goes round. So that's where it will be facing initially. And then you want to shoot it so it's facing the way it was originally. And crawl up through here. The one you repaired earlier on should now be aimed at the one outside this direction. And then head outside, drop down and aim the other one at the door. Head into the door to claim your Book of Power. Okay, next up we have the Book of Rage number 1. You can find it here on the map. This one can be tricky to find the entrance, but you can sort of see the surrounding areas, a couple of buildings, lava pool. You've got some lava waterfalls, lava falls. You sort of jump down from the top, from the fast travel point anyway. So before you go in, don't do what I do. You want to make sure you've got your full cure, the energy used to use the abilities. So for this one, you will need the Muspelheim ability, which is the one you get during the tutorial at the start. I don't think you can miss it. So at this point, you would have it anyway. So make sure you get your full energy when you go in. That's because the pedestal you need to interact with is in lava. And even if you can survive the damage, as soon as you take damage, he will step away from the pedestal so you can't interact with it. So use the Muspelheim power, aim it at there, that opens the door, and claim your Book of Knowledge for Rage Axe number 1. Okay, so the last Book of Knowledge is Rage Axe number 2. You're going to have to forgive me on this one. My memory's a little bit hazy. I should have recorded this sooner. So I'm sorry if there's some small mistakes, but there should be everything you need to find in here. So you can either use this pedestal to access the door on the left, or you can climb through the small window. So go through the window. Now that middle pedestal is not out originally, the one you're seeing there. So you want to point this one to the door to the left. That will open the door. You can then drag this pedestal all the way out. I'm pretty sure that one's broken. So you pull it out, you pop it there, you climb out the window. Wait, you have to aim the other one first and then climb out the window, sorry. So you aim it at the door opposite so you can access the other side. And then you use this one to access another side door, and I think that's where the broken orb is. Over here. You bring that and you put it in the pedestal, whichever one was broken. And you need to get the light to come out of this middle pedestal so you can open the door. So you use this one on the pedestal you've just repaired. That fires the beam across into the middle. Aim that at the door, and that's your last book. So there you go, guys. That is all of the books of knowledge in the Valhalla Dawn of Ragnarok DLC. Hopefully we helped you out today as quick as possible. Get what you need and get back to the game. If we did help you out, do leave a like and consider subscribing. We do really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.